People will come up to you and they'll say something funny, and that is the worst thing anyone can say. And my mate says, you're a comedian, go on then, be funny. You won't be funny. It will never be funny. It can't be funny like that, because funny has to be the guy walking down the street, he sees the banana, you see the banana, right? You think he's going to go over the banana, then he looks down at the banana and you go, because if he's say he's a disabled guy or he's a large guy, right? If he falls on the banana, you go, ooh, like that, right? But if he sees the banana and he looks at you in the camera and you go, and then he turns and smacks into a lamppost, that's funny, right? So that's what you have to do when someone says, go on, be funny. I've had a few epiphanies. One was listening to Steve Martin's Born Standing Up. I've said it a million times. I listened to it. I listened to him tell the story, and that was a moment where I'd had quite a few epiphanies and realisations, but that was the one that really nailed it for me. That was the point that it said, you know, there's so many little things in that book. I went, you know, you've got to do what you've got to do. And there was another thing, there's a film called Searching for Eric, which is about this postman who keeps seeing Eric Cantona. And there's a bit that Eric Cantona says in that. He said, what was your favourite goal, your best goal you scored, Eric? And he goes, it wasn't a goal, it was a pass. And then he says this whole thing about how you have to fail 100 times and be brave enough to fail 100 times for that one moment, So that toyed with the Steve Martin, and where I was at that time at the end of 2010 was a whole moment where I just went, wow. But the biggest moment was I was about to turn 40, which was really worrying me. Really now, this is the whole irony or coincidence. This is the irony bill. Yeah, irony bill. Is that my friend said to me, you'll wake up one day and you're going to go, what am I thinking? What am I doing? And that's the greatest moment, because it did happen. I woke up and I went, what am I worried about? And then, and I'm coming to my final thing here. The realisation is, you've got to get over yourself. I think as soon as you can, as young as you can, get over yourself and really don't care about what anyone thinks about you. That is the greatest moment of your life, because then you are totally free and you do what you want. You know, so many comics get caught up in going, oh, people, I'd never Google myself. Oh, people say terrible things and tweet me horrible things, and I'm going, they don't know you. They don't know you. Get worried when your friends are saying it to you. You know, if your friends are calling you a see you next Tuesday, that's when you got to worry. I mean, people you don't know, hilarious. There's nothing funnier than people writing stuff about me. My agent and I, you know, he'll sometimes go, I've got a brilliant tweet, you've got to see this, and they'll send it to me about someone going off about me, going how rubbish it is and terrible, and what is this? You know, it's very funny. It's very funny watching someone not get it. And so I think what I'm trying to say, as I've said, if you get over yourself, it is the best thing you can do. I'm not one for giving people advice, but it's the best thing you can do. Just get over yourself. Yeah, it's been very good. Yeah, I've been lucky. I mean, I don't play in massive rooms. I've kind of collective little audience that come, but they come because they know what they're going to get, and that's lovely. It's really nice to have an audience that you know are coming in, and equally as funny people who haven't seen it before being completely bemused by it, or perplexed even, and watching the audience that know what I do, watching that lot going. So it's all these double whammies that go on. I think it's grown even crazier now as well, because I'm fully believing in what I'm doing, and you know, having all these sort of imaginary characters, that's all you are, appearing in and out, you know, and so that's, and these alter egos. I have another one that plays out front now called, like, he's actually got a name, Liam, funny enough. Alright, so he's in the show too. So, alright, do you want me to sort it out for you? Sort it for you. So he's involved. So it's quite nice to be building this my own little universe. I don't know, I don't even know myself. I haven't even got a clue. But it's funny when people say, describe your act, and I go, oh, you only getting me to describe it because you can't describe it. You know, it's always a cop-out, but I can't describe it, which is a brilliant thing. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant thing to have, and it's also a massive disadvantage, because we all have to pigeonhole, and it's easy to put someone in that and go, oh, you know, he's like so-and-so. But it's also lovely for people to go, well, what does he do? And you go, I don't know what he does, but you know, hopefully it's funny. And you know, I have a rule with that. It's got to be funny, and if it's not funny, it's got to be interesting. So if it's not working the way I want it, I'll crash the car. Instead, I'll just crash it into the wall. But I'll make it really interesting, you know. In fact, someone tweeted me last night saying, oh, I think at times last night you felt that you weren't connecting with the audience, but you really were. And I was thinking, no, that was all part of it. It's that mystery and that kind of, I love to draw that people to be a little bit like, oh God, is this, you know, and then relieving them of that tension and giving them the joke. I think Steve Martin bangs on about that a lot, and also one of my all-time favourites, Andy Kaufman, however you want to say it. You know, he's brilliant at that. Yeah, well, so yeah, tweeting Terry Alderton at Twitter, and Facebook Terry Alderton, and terryalderton.com. So that's ALDERTON. That's not read LA Yeret backwards, just in case you didn't get it. That's how sad I am that I've actually worked that out, because I know people can never remember Alderton, so I know they will remember not read LA. That's how sad I am that I've actually realised that, but also I've obviously realised that I've realised that, and I've told you that now, so there's been a lot of realisations going on. God, I am a sad man.